thousands of years, the oceans have whispered an ancient warning, a story of destruction, survival, and an ark built to withstand the greatest storm in human history. But behind the legend lies a question that has fascinated engineers, historians, and believers alike. How was Noah's Ark actually built? Today we reveal the construction secrets, the materials, the technologies, and the engineering that made the Ark possible. This is the untold story of Noah's Ark, revealed in every detail. Our search begins in one of the oldest surviving texts known to humanity, the Book of Genesis. A surprisingly technical construction plan appears within just a few verses: dimensions, materials, architecture. This ancient blueprint is more detailed than most people realize. The first instruction: make the ark out of gopher wood. The mystery? The word gopher appears nowhere else in ancient Hebrew writings. Most experts believe it refers to cypress or cedar, or perhaps a very early form of laminated timber, similar to what we now call plywood. Whatever the exact identity, the meaning is clear. Use wood strong enough to survive the impossible. The next instruction is even more astonishing. 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, 30 cubits high. Translating this ancient unit reveals a structure over 515 feet long, longer than a modern football field, and with the same internal volume as a small cargo ship. These proportions weren't random. They were remarkably stable, almost perfectly designed for rough waters. Modern naval architects have simulated the ark's shape, and the results are impressive. The ark's proportions match those of contemporary ocean barges, vessels built for strength, balance, and survival. A ship this shape isn't meant to sail, it's meant to endure. Popular imagination paints Noah as a lone carpenter with stone tools, but archaeology reveals a very different world. Bronze chisels, saws, adzes, ropes, joinery techniques, and wooden fasteners were all in use long before the time the ark would have been built. Ancient civilizations were constructing massive ships, some over 100 feet long, centuries before Noah's story took place. Humanity already knew how to build big. Imagine a bustling Bronze Age shipyard. Teams of workers drag enormous logs, craftsmen shape beams, ropes and pulleys lift rib frames into place. Noah did not work alone. Large construction projects of the ancient world always required teams, family members, hired workers, skilled builders. The ark was no small undertaking. It was the largest wooden project the ancient world had ever seen. To survive a flood that could last for months, waterproofing was essential. Ancient builders used pitch, a black tar-like substance found naturally in the region. Heated and mixed with resins, it created a durable, waterproof coating. Genesis says the ark was sealed inside and out, forming a protective shell that could withstand the elements. Inside the ark were 3 massive decks dividing the ship into multiple levels. Compartments, storage rooms, and living spaces formed a complex internal structure. This wasn't a floating barn, it was a well-organized cargo system. The decks added strength, stability, and structure to the enormous vessel. One of the most overlooked details is the window, not a small opening, but a long ventilation structure running beneath the roof. This allowed light to enter and heat and moisture to escape. In a ship filled with animals, proper airflow would have been crucial. how long would such a project take? Some traditions speak of 120 years, but based on ancient shipbuilding rates, a crew of 50 to 80 workers could realistically build a vessel of this size in roughly 10 to 20 years. A lifetime's work dedicated to a single purpose. Modern simulations show that the Ark's shape was extraordinarily stable. It could ride enormous waves without capsizing. Its long, wide hull and low center of gravity gave it resilience even in catastrophic conditions. This wasn't just a mythic ship, it was a marvel of ancient engineering. As the final board was set in place, a colossal wooden structure stood ready, a testament to craftsmanship, to perseverance, to faith in the face of the unknown. The Ark, built exactly as described, was not only possible, it was brilliant. Whether you view the story of Noah as history, legend, or a symbolic tale, one truth remains: the Ark represents hope. The courage to build in the face of disaster, and the belief that even in our darkest storms there is a path to salvation. This is the story of Noah's Ark, not as a myth, but as a masterpiece of ancient ingenuity. The mystery continues.